Hey everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Willie B Drinks Beer. I'm here with my friend, what's
Hi,
your name?
I'm Angie, so pumped to be here, excited to drink beer.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Me too, yeah. So did you bring a beer for me?
Okay, I brought this beer, picked it on vibes alone. This is Riot of Color from OMF. I'm really into sours, funky beers. Heard Will had not been to one of my favorite breweries.
I have
so
not.
I thought I would bring this beer.
Yeah. So you've never had this beer before, but you know the brewery well.
I've never had this beer,
Okay.
but I love OMF, which is our mutual friend in Denver, and I love sour beers. So fruited sours are having a moment right now, so I thought I'd bring it.
Amazing, cool. Well, I'm just gonna take a quick look at this. So it's called Riot of Color, and obviously you can see there's kind of some kind of riot of color going on, you know, visually there. And it's a sour ale with mango and lime. Now my guess is that it's a Kettle Sour. Do you know what a Kettle Sour is?
You know, I don't know if I know what a
Okay.
Kettle Sour is. I like beer, but I know almost nothing about it.
Okay, so a Kettle Sour is kind of more contained than a wild fermented sour. So wild fermented sours use like Brettanomyces and all kinds of crazy yeast that do lots of different things, and they take
like
on
sourdough.
Yeah, and they take on the characteristics of their environment, whereas sour, like Kettle Sour, is kind of more contained. Now, I don't know all the details of that, and I'm very much on my own beer journey, but I do know that.
We'll have to make a visit to OMF and see what they do.
Totally. I did actually look it up, and even the building's kind of colorful and fun. Yeah.
It feels right for them to make this beer.
100%. Yeah. Do you wanna give us a pour?
Yeah. Let's crack it open.
And that's a full 16 ounces, which is the American pint. You know, not quite as big as the British pint. You know, but we can't compete on everything.
Will and I have had a disagreement about this because I think a standard beer can is 12 ounces. And he is adamant that it's 16 ounces, but I think that's only for fancy beers, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. We did have a significant airport disagreement about this.
It's fine. It didn't come to blows, but it was close, guys. It was close.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, cheers. First, because that's what we do. But actually, like, I kind of thought that there would be more of a head on this. So this is really interesting. It's very controlled and very, it's just kind of light, like a thin,
more subtle
film of foam really on the top there. So that's super interesting. But as you can see, like a lot of bubbles popping up. So it does have quite a spritziness to it. So looking good. Anyway, what else what do you notice about the beer?
Well, I love that it's pretty yellow, which I think mango feels right. There's probably some actual mango puree in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells great. I don't know, Will, tell me the norms. I can't remember how to taste beer, so you be the expert here.
So really what I'm doing, I mean, first of all, we're noting like what it looks like. I'm kind of interested in that. So it's a kind of light yellow straw color. It's kind of see-through. It's not particularly hazy, but you know, you can't see all the way through. It's not like a lager. But you definitely want to smell because, you know, that's part of the taste experience.
Let's do it.
So stick your nose in there. The other fun thing to do is the drive-by. So the beer sommeliers, otherwise known as cicerones, talk about the drive-by. So you literally like.
This surely doesn't look silly to anyone else.
No, it's not silly.
Okay.
It's professional.
Well, I can smell the funk for sure.
Yes.
You can smell the sour, the funky beer, which is something that our mutual friend is really known for, which is why I like it. So can smell that really fermenty smell right away.
And what was it? It was mango. I think it was
lime.
Mango and lime. So that's a great combination because you've got kind of the fleshiness of a mango, super sweet, and then lime is just so tart that you're probably going to get quite a lot of great balance in this beer.
Yeah, you can smell the lime a little bit on the nose.
Yeah, and it's 5.5%, so totally doable. We can handle this. And on the back it says, our mutual friend began in 2012 from the vision of a few friends eager to create a brewery as a third space catalyst for building community and relationships.
Love that.
At the heart of our brewing philosophy is a commitment to locally sourced ingredients wherever possible, alongside a hands-on small batch brewing method. We pour ourselves into each beer brewed and hope you enjoy this combination of science, creativity, and possibility coming together in beverage form. With gratitude, cheers.
Cheers.
Now, I actually love that they mention the science of it, because I think sometimes people just think like brewing's like an art, but there's definitely science to it.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, otherwise you're gonna end up with something that's like super acidic or rotten, or it's not gonna ferment correctly. Yeah. I don't brew beer, but I know that there's a ton that goes into it.
Cool. Well, cheers again, and let's go.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Now, I heard with sours, you always have to take 2 sips, because the first sip is just sour. So should we take a second
100%.
sip?
Yeah, definitely.
You definitely get more of the fruit on the second sip.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I'm tasting a lot of lime. It's making me think of Rose's lime. Do you have that here?
I don't think so.
Okay,
so it's a weird British thing?
Probably, yeah. It's definitely got now I recall it, I think it's got Her Majesty's seal on the back. So if there's a product that the Queen likes, she puts her seal on it.
She's on it. We can trust her.
Exactly, and it's Jubilee weekend after all.
You know what? I did actually know that.
Oh,
the 70th.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. Yeah.
Follow the royal sometimes.
But anyway, back to Rose's lime. Rose's lime is like a lime cordial. You just add a bit of water to it, but it is pretty tart, and but some sweetness as well. I'm just getting a lot of lime. I kind of expected it to be a lot on the mango and less on the lime, but I think lime is just such a powerful flavor.
Well, it's just not overly sweet, so it makes me think that there's probably like an extended fermentation, which is probably what makes it a sour too. That the yeasts and the bacteria are kind of eating that sweetness away from the mango, because you can smell it, you can taste it a little bit, but it's not sweet. It is not like syrupy sweet beer. It's really tart.
Yeah, it's actually like crazy refreshing. Like I could imagine just sitting in the park, drinking this, having a picnic, and I could probably drink quite a few of these, to be honest. Obviously, gotta be responsible when drinking.
But 5.5, that's pretty crushable.
Yeah, it's pretty crushable. Exactly. So I think it's great. I think that is really interesting observation about the mango, that it kind of seems to drive the fermentation.
Yeah.
Probably does, because if you think about it, I would have thought you got pretty light malts in there. Probably a wheat is probably what's going on here.
Yeah, it's not hoppy at all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think the hops would only be like a slight bitteriness, or almost like just aroma hops that complement the lime flavor. I would have thought so. Yeah, I like this. This definitely gets a thumbs up. So the other question is, where did you source it from? Did you get it from the actual brewery?
I didn't. I got it from a mega store called Total Wine.
Oh, Total Wine. So what is that? Like our British friends might not know what Total Wine is. Like, just give me the rundown.
British friends, like everything in America, there are massive shops for you to buy literally anything. And so Total Wine is, I don't know, they probably have, literally thousands and thousands of bottles of wine, hundreds of kinds of beer imported from all over the world, all sorts of specialty distilled liquor, things like that. It's got to be like 5,000 square feet, and there's multiple of them in our city. So they had it, and I was sure they would. So I stopped there after work. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's so good. I mean, I think that's one of the interesting things when I think about the UK and US craft beer scene. Really, in the UK, we have specialty shops, and they're usually like really small, and they only sell craft beer. Whereas I find even just the liquor stores that are really good with craft beer often will carry Bud and Coors and everything, So I think you kind of really need. It's almost like you need more insider knowledge in America to find the right places, unless you go to the brewery.
Totally. And I think it's one of those things. This was the only our mutual friend that they had at this location.
Oh.
And so it wasn't like, oh, here's a carefully selected group of sour beers that is exactly what I want. I had to really know, I knew what I was looking for. I knew where it was in the store. and so it's not easy to find a beer. You really need to like maybe watch a brewery channel or a beer review channel. Like,
there we go.
Really
yeah. So hit that subscribe button right now. It's not right there because I haven't figured out how to do that. But anyway, I will do it.
We'll get it eventually.
Yeah, I'm learning, and the fortunate thing is actually Angie's like really good at filming stuff.
Hopefully, we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll make a second guest appearance with another fun beer.
Oh yeah, there we go. Wow. So
just speak it into existence, and then it'll happen.
Yeah, do it. So if we were thinking about other styles, like what are your top styles? People always ask me this, and I just tell them, I drink everything. But what do you drink?
Yeah, so I'm not really. I like beer. I'm a Colorado native, so I think it's like bred into me to love good craft beer. So I like almost everything, but I've been really into sours, fruited sours. I like a goza. I love a naturally fermented beer. I love anything that's a little funky, a little tart. I like an IPA. I like a hazy IPA. That's kind of, like I said, if you drink beer in Colorado, you kind of have to like IPAs.
Yeah.
I usually will go for something like this, especially in the summer.
Yeah, I think that's one of the first things I noticed about Colorado is it's just so freaking easy to get good beer.
Yeah.
Like wherever you are, it's just kind of, it is crazily easy. Has that always been the case?
Colorado is known for beer. It's the home of Coors Brewery, and so it's always been a place where beer is being drunk, it's being made, and a lot of people would say it's some of the pioneering the craft beer. Someone like New Belgium, which none of us would really probably consider craft brewing now because it's so widely distributed, so massive. But they started here. So, it's been my whole life of of drinking age. It's been like this, but, that's only been 10 years. So I'm not too well versed in what it was before that.
That's awesome. And my final question to you is, what's been your exposure to European beer? Like, have you managed to try much European beer?
I've been to Belgium.
Awesome.
And have drank a number of Belgian beers. Been to, all the doubles and triples and the place with the elephant. What's that place?
Oh, Delirium.
Delirium. Went there, had a great beer. And then I actually had some really great craft beers in Belgium too. There was a really interesting craft beer project that a tour guide had told us about. And that was really, really fun. So I'd like to try more. I don't know if I've had any excellent British beers other than maybe like Newcastle. Is that British?
Oh, Newquay Brown. Yeah, classic.
So other than that, probably not.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I'm curious, was the Belgian place by any chance like Brussels Beer Project?
I think so. Do you know? Of course you know it. You had 7,000 beers.
No, I'm very curious. I remember enjoying Delta from them. So their IPA, very nice.
Yeah.
Actually, my brother lives in Paris, and we went to the BPP that set up there.
Oh,
it was
fun.
very, very bougie, pretty nice.
It was amazing. I went there on a vacation, and we had a rule that we had to have the same number of beers as waffles every day. So we would have a waffle, get a beer, walk down the street. It was really a delight.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's cool. So the other question, so it wasn't actually my final question.
What a liar.
But what would you eat with this? Like if you wanted a food pairing, is there anything that you would like to eat with this? Yeah,
I think something spicy will give it a little kick. Kind of, if I think about like a fruit cart, you're getting a really tart fruit and mango, and then you've got the tahini spice on it. This is like something really common, and especially like Latino cultures, and where I grew up here in Denver, tons of people, we would have little like fruit men who would walk by and sell mangoes with tahini on them. And so I think something like that would pair really nicely. Even a tahini rim would probably taste pretty good with this. Yeah. So maybe next time we'll do that.
Cool. I've yet to experience that. I don't know. I think my first thought was like tacos. That was
tacos would be great. Yeah.
But
we're on the same vibe. I think
that's just classic. Lime tacos, obviously. But yeah, this has been awesome. Thank you so much for bringing this beer.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for getting to share this delicious beer with me, and can't wait to be back.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, it's bye from us, and you know what to do. Subscribe.
Cheers.
Cheers.